Hey Facebook, what's up? This is that homeless teacher again, co-teacher of the year, starving artist. Um, every now and then when I get tired of sleeping in my car, I try to rent a room, but because, like I said, funds are what they are, I can only get a certain kind of room. This is a $89 room. Um, it's not the cheapest, but it's interesting because you're still thinking about an individual that gives their lives to our children, and not only can he afford proper housing, and I understand all the government programs that people tell you about, but should a teacher not be worth a little bit more than that? I want you to look at the piping. This is my room. When I walked in, water fell on me, and this is the second room they've given me. And I'm not even sure if that system will work. This is the bathroom. It's okay. But when I came here yesterday, there was, in the first room I had, there was a bug of some kind coming out of the out of the bathtub. And I've stayed at a lot of hotels. The average one I stay in is probably about 1:30 at night, the one I try to stay in, but you can't always afford it. So I was looking at this sofa. It's a sofa bed, and I was looking at all these stains, and I'm wondering what what stains are these? When I got off the elevator, there was a stench. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was a mildewy stench. And then on the other floor, when I got off, there was the smell of marijuana, weed. Now, it already says no smoking, but damn, we gonna do weed. I went and got something to eat last night and came back. There were 6 police cars in front of the hotel, and I'm like, what's going on here? Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, you can find a decent hotel. Trust me, you can find. I've stayed in all of them, but it's just what you can afford and then their availability. The challenge you run into is the same thing with low-income housing that everybody's trying to tell me I need to live in. And half the places I went to look to try to even find an apartment, the challenge that I could afford, the challenge I ran into was the people I talked to who live there, walking around, they telling me they trying to get out of there. Or you run into low income challenges, which is high crime and other things that come with it. I'm not dogging out anybody that lives any other place. That's why I'm not calling out any names of areas where I've gone to look. But I have to think about my children. I have to think about my own safety. When you go to a facility or a place to live and people tell you they trying to get out, you better off in your car. And then I don't want an apartment anyway, because like I said, for the past 3 years, I've paid $1,000 a month, and that's $36,000 I paid. And when I left, I was gone. I had nothing. Versus if you get a house, you pay 1,000 a month and decide to sell or something, you may have some equity. You just don't walk away with anything. And if you get a house, you ain't gonna leave after 3 years anyway. Hopefully not. So right now, all my money is going to. I have a friend who came to help me. Her name is Renee, and she's found me a lender. So we're working with trying to get my credit and stuff right. Wasn't terribly wrong, but it's just I got behind during this process. So we're just trying to get some things going, and within the next 6 months, hopefully I can move into a house. But this is just a part of the journey, and Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey told you about what they went through more or less afterwards. I'm just documenting what I'm going through now because I am a starving artist. I do have several shows up. I work hard. I hustle hard. Stay humble. And there are some of you that are encouraged by my videos. Some of you detest my videos. Let us all pray for each other. That's the best remedy. But you got to do what you got to do. And this is just a part of my journey. I'm not berating or belittling anyone. I'm just saying this is part of the journey. And that's where we are.